Thank you. As I already mentioned, this is a songwriting concert, so almost all of the songs tonight are world premiere performances, never before heard in the history of planet Earth. You heard it here first. So, our first original song tonight started out very differently than the way it turned out. One of the things I love about doing this project every year is how the songs kind of grow and change and sometimes take on a life of their own. I'm sure we have some creative people in the audience who understand how that can happen. Mrs. Mulholland's class started out with a song title, Pig Went Down to West Virginia. And it started out being an idea, kind of a parody of Devil Went Down to Georgia. But I reminded the kids, no, we're not doing parodies. This is your song. This is going to be an original song. And these kids said, okay. And they went to work with their creativity and created this song that makes no sense. It is highly alliterative, and it's kind of a long extended tongue twister. So my challenge to you as an audience is to see if you can catch all the words in this song. There are a lot of them.
Pig went down to West Virginia. Pig went down to West Virginia. Running to Rhode Island, he ran into a rat. Rat was riding on a rabbit. Rabbit had raging rabies. Pig went down to West Virginia. Pig went down to West Virginia. Marching back to Maryland, he moseyed with a monkey. Munching on metallic mangoes, monkey had a muscular mustache. Pig went down to West Virginia. Pig went down to West Virginia. Crawling to Colorado, a creepy crawly cricket. Carrying a Canadian bear cake, crossed the creek and crushed some Kit Kats. Pig went down to West Virginia. Pig went down to West Virginia. Trotting to Texas, texting a T-Rex. Tromping on tourists, anxious, were terrified. Pig went down to West Virginia. Pig went down to West Virginia. Pig went down to West Virginia.
There will be a quiz later about the lyrics to that song. One thing we do in 4th and 5th grade is we start learning how to improvise, which is just a fancy word for making stuff up as we go. Of course, jazz musicians, rock and roll musicians do this all the time. And one of our favorite ways to improvise this was something we call question and answer improvisation, which is where one person does a little solo and then someone else does a solo back to them and maybe imitates a little something from theirs, and it creates this musical conversation. Well, Mrs. McNiven's class decided they wanted to do a group question and answer between the barred instruments, the metallophones and the xylophones. But as we started messing around with different sounds and putting things together, we realized This sounds a lot more like a battle than a conversation. So we decided to call this one the Battle of the Bars. When we do these projects, we start off with what we call a seed, which is just a small starting idea that we then grow and mess around with and discuss and make into a full-fledged song. So Mrs. Dayton's class, their starting seed was a title. They just decided they wanted to do a song called Animals of the World. Who doesn't love a song about animals, right? But just a song about normal animals? That's way too normal for this class. This class likes to keep things weird. And so they started thinking about, what if we had a cow that quacks like a duck, or a fish that barks like a dog, or a rabbit that ribbits like a frog? This is Animals of the World.
Would it be
Mrs. Hitchcock's class has a lot of athletes in their class, especially basketball players and swimmers and dancers. Now, some of you might not realize or might not think that dancers are athletes. That's usually people who have never actually taken a dance class. But this song is not just, we're much more versatile than that. This isn't just basketball, swimming, and dance. If you listen and watch carefully, you might see or hear some, I had to write these down, there's so many different sports in this song. You might see or hear some soccer, some boxing, some wrestling, some aerobatics, track and field, and just a lot of overall winning. This is called the multi-sport rap. Mrs. McFadden and Mrs. Powell's class also chose a title for their starting seed, their starting idea, The Legend of the Wolf. And their plan was to have this be a song with words, but they thought, instead of starting out with the words, usually we make up the words first, but instead of starting out with the words, they wanted to get on the instruments, make up some music, and then put words to it later. As we started composing and arranging and improvising and putting things together, it pretty quickly became obvious this song really doesn't need words to tell its story of a pack of wolves out in the forest doing wolf things. This is called The Legend of the Wolf. before we do our final song, can you believe this is almost over already? Before we do our final song for you tonight, I want to take a moment and say thank you to a few people, plus this last song has a lot of moving parts, so I'm going to talk for a little bit to give the kids a chance to get set up. A concert like this is a huge team effort, not just with me and the kids, but a whole lot of people doing things behind the scenes that don't get to appear on stage. So I just want to recognize a few of those people. First of all, Mrs. Hakela, our principal at Baldwin Creek Elementary, who is always so supportive and helpful with all of the strange and weird and wonderful things that we do in music class. Her enthusiasm really empowers the kids and energizes them. How about a hand for Mrs. Hakela? Our classroom teachers and paras, I always thank at these concerts. We could not put these things on without them. Just the sheer number of kids involved up here, getting all these bodies going the right direction and being where they're supposed to be. And I think this year, doing some pretty complicated stuff. That beginning thing we did, that was difficult. That took a lot of practice. Scheduling some extra practices with the kids during the school day and making time in their schedule to come down and listen to the performances before the concert so the kids could get a little bit of the nervousness out of their system. Our classroom teachers and paras are just absolutely wonderful, and we could not do any of this without them. Kids, how about a huge round of applause for your teachers and paras? I want to say a special thank you to Mrs. Powell, one of our classroom teachers, who is behind the camera tonight videoing this concert so that we can all have a really good memory of this to share again and again. How about a hand for Mrs. Powell? Our custodians, the people who really run the school, they let the teachers think we're in charge, but really the custodians are the ones that keep things going. I don't know if any of our custodians are here tonight, but our crew over at Baldwin Creek Elementary moved all these instruments over here, and actually what you're seeing tonight is only about half of them because we had another concert on Tuesday night with completely different songs and completely different instruments. They really worked hard. Our LVHS custodians set up the stage for us, and we'll tear it down and set up for the next people after we're done. Mr. Kirk Wendell, one of our custodians, is up in the booth working the sound and the lights for us tonight. How about a huge round of applause for our custodians? Parents, I mentioned before the concert, what a hard-working group of kids this is. These guys really, really did the work in the classroom. And that really shows me that there are some good things going on in our homes in this town. And I want to just thank all of the parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and other caregivers who are helping to raise such a really, really wonderful group of kids. Kids, how about a big hand for your parents? And I always want to end this part of the concert by saying thanks to the kids. The whole point of this. You know, I hear a lot of people talking about how this new generation coming up doesn't know how to think creatively, doesn't know how to problem solve, doesn't know how to work as a team. We're proving them wrong, aren't we? And I'm not saying you guys don't have some challenges, but wow, the way you guys have come together and had the discussions and done the work and put these songs together just makes me feel so good, and I hope it makes you feel good too. We are going to end our performance tonight with an oldie but a goodie. This is a song about a bunch of kids making people happy with their music, so it seems suited to the occasion. Thank you all so much for coming. We hope you've enjoyed the show. Kids, you probably know this, but when an audience does that, it's required by law that we do another song. So we'll talk about an oldie but a goodie. This is one almost everybody's going to know the words to. So feel free to jump in and sing with us on the chorus of this one.
Seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the
sounds. Everybody up for that? That's good.
Where the air is so pure, and the wind blows so free, and the trees so balmy and light, that I would not exchange my home on the range for all the city so bright.
Okay, it's all yours.
Home, home on the range,
Wow.
where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word,